Hello and a warm welcome to another episode of the Business Startup Show dedicated to projecting young entrepreneurs and business leaders in the country. Our main idea is to make sure that you out there get to know what these young entrepreneurs are doing and also inspire you in the process. My name is Abel Ohene Akwe. In this episode, I'm going to interview one interesting young man who recently was awarded the second best entrepreneur in the country. You want to know how he came by this? We'll be doing that right after the break. Are you looking for where to invest your money for the best return? Hebron is a forex fund management company which trades on the biggest markets in the world, the forex market. At Hebron, we make sound analysis of the markets and trade.
Our offer, My Share Account, a pooled fund which offers you 5% monthly return on your invested amount. Multi-account manager account. This is a managed account which gives you full control over your funds and offers you up to 10% monthly return on invested capital.
So get on board and discover the amazing returns the forex market has to offer. Hebron.
We promise, we deliver.
Welcome back from the break. I have on my show today Ernest Brefo, who is a co-founder of Web Solutions, an IT and consultancy firm who are doing incredibly well. In fact, we'll be talking very soon about the products they have on offer, but they were awarded the second top company at the UTABL Bank Business Launchpad competition organized by Enablis, and after the training, they were awarded with the second top entrepreneurial firm. I have a very interesting personality today on the show. He is a co-founder of Web Solutions, an IT and consultancy-based firm here in the country. And the interesting thing about them is recently they were awarded the second topmost company when we talk about entrepreneurial firms in the country. And this was awarded to them by Enablis at the UT Bank ABL Business Launchpad competition. So I guess he has a lot to say about how they were awarded with this accolade. I have with me today the co-founder of the company by the name Gideon Brefo. Gideon, thank you very much for gracing our show.
Thank you very much.
All right, okay, so let's go straight to business. You were awarded recently the second top entrepreneur. In fact, that is a very competitive competition. I hear about 2,000 people, signed up to be part, and you ended up being second top entrepreneur. Was it something that you expected?
Yes. Initially, in fact, we even got to apply at the very end. I think the last day, that's when we decided to apply for it. And then, fortunately, we were shortlisted and we were invited to come. And then we went through the process. And in fact, we were happy that we got awarded. Though we were looking at the first position, but the second runner-up is not bad.
You mean the first runner-up?
The first runner-up, yes.
So, as part of your package, you won 5,000 Ghana cedis from UT Bank, and you were also given a plaque.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Now, before that, how was the process like? Because we have about 2,000 young entrepreneurs who want to be enlisted by Enablis. They go through training, I suppose, right? How is the training like, and how is the selection process like?
At the initial stage of the application, we needed to present the executive summary of our business plan. After which some among those who applied were shortlisted and were part of that. Okay. And then we were called for a 1-week training program and then coaching. So that's how it was done. And then after that, we were made to present the full business plan. And then the mentors and the coaches went through, helped us with the corrections that needed to be made. And then that was brought back to them, and then they went through the whole thing, and then the award came.
Eventually, second top entrepreneur. I mean, that
Yes.
I was at that event myself, and I was awestruck by the level of creativity, exhibited by most of these young entrepreneurs. And well, now we have a lot of IT companies in the country. A lot of these young entrepreneurs into the IT field. So, what distinctive feature made you? First of all, being shortlisted by the team and eventually being awarded the second top entrepreneur. What was distinctive about Web Solutions?
Yes, I think it's basically what we stand for. The idea is how we can also be helpful to the general public. The proposal we presented was mainly focused on helping educational institutions in Ghana, and I think that made the judges gotten interested in what we presented, because it's what we call HAPASIS, a school management software, and we are trying to make it an open source. Open source means that it's going to be free for anyone that wants to make use of it. And that is what we wrote on as a business plan. And because they also looked at how helpful it's going to be for the educational institutions in Ghana, and eventually parents, and then the awards they gave us.
So you think that was your winning card? We're going to go later on to the products that you offer, and you talk about the HAPASIS,
yes,
and also your partnership with the likes of Google and Talo. We're going to do that. But how did the whole idea start? Hapa Web Solutions. I mean, did you always know that you were going to go to establish an IT firm? And I ask you this because there are a lot of young guys out there who ask me, I don't know what to do, and I don't know the kind of indicators I should be looking out for to go into a specific company. So for you, what was the thing that made you realize that I want to go into this and I want to be in this?
All right. I think the whole thing dates back to our SS days. In fact, the co-founder Albert, we met at SS, and
which school was that?
Kumasi Anglican, CAS, Super CAS, and even at that time we were business oriented. Our school were selling small things. We have even sold eggs before, and then we proceeded to the same University of Ghana, and even there we were doing business. We used to go back to Kumasi and then buy this Kumasi made sandals, and then what people came to call the London wear, because people will go and do any work outside and they might not be able to afford buying things from there. We were also ready to sell them what will make them look burger-like when they come back.
And it's nicknamed the London wear.
Yes. So after school, in fact, even before we completed, the idea was that we will not work for somebody for more than 5 years. So, what were we going to do after retiring 5 years after school? So we were all full of thoughts. We have gone into several businesses, but then at Kumasi we met a gentleman called Elvis. He is actually into IT solutions, and then he inspired us into getting into IT business, and that's how come Hapa Web came to be born.
So, all right, so let's come back to the products that you guys offer, and I'm so much interested in the HAPASIS, right, which supposedly is the Hapa School Information System, right?
Yes.
And this product, I believe, you have a partnership with Google on.
Yes.
How did that partnership come? Google is a really big company, so how did they even locate Hapa Web, and how did you get that collaboration going?
All right, we first met Google when at a bar camp, Albert met Estelle, who happens to be the
Google manager, right?
Yes, the Ghana manager for Google. And then we had an idea. We were trying to come up with a platform whereby entrepreneurs who were springing up can easily develop their website to sit on our platform.
Okay.
Then when Albert met Estelle, we came to realize that Google was also doing the same thing.
Okay.
That is Africa Go Online.
Yes.
So we realized that, we can compete with Google. So at our very best, we needed to collaborate with them. So we accepted to be partners to Google on that, where we will help those who are interested in building a website on that Google platform. But people who built such websites on the Google domain did not own their own domain.
Yes.
And therefore we were there so that in case somebody wanted to have a full-blown website, the person will refer to us. So we started getting some referrals also from Google. So that's how come we met Google. But after meeting Google, they also realized that we're working with schools on the HAPASs. And then Google also has the Google Apps for Education, which we're already integrating into the software for the schools to use. And they also began supporting us in the course of training the teachers in how to use the Google Apps, and then the students as to how they can make use of their Gmails and use that for collaborative works. So that also made us to read more into the product and services of Google that they are offering for, our part of the world. And that led us into discovering the Google Apps for Business, which we needed to write a whole lot of examinations on to get certified to become resellers. And we recently got that, so we are also into Google Apps for Business sales too.
Wow, that's interesting. So, just with the partnership with Google, you have the HAPASs, which you partner with them, and now you have the Google Apps for Business. That's also a partnership with them. So, I see different opportunities with them, different opportunities and different sort of profit-making ventures as a result of just meeting with Estelle, who happens to be the I want to really find out how the system works, how somebody can be a part, because I know you have schools like Yes and Toa Girls on the platform. I think you also have schools like Advancement School.
They are not fully on it.
Okay, they are on. Yes. Okay, all right. So how does it really work? For the school information system, how is it different from any other website or application?
Now we have other companies, about 3 of them that come close to doing that, offering that school management software. But there are some of them you can only use it on a desktop, but it is not online.
Okay.
And then there are some of them that does not have an SMS feature.
Okay.
And then the others also do not have the finance aspect, but we have it all
integrated.
Yes. So we have the desktop application one as HAPASs, and then you can also host it online. The idea is that teachers keep records, and then whenever they mark, they need to tabulate their records, and later it's cumulatively put together to generate reports. So teachers do not always have to be at school to do this. At the comfort of their homes, once they have access to the internet, they could log on into the HAPASs and then enter their records. And then the other reason why it goes online is that the reports of students and then some data that will be relevant for their guardians and parents could also be viewed online. So a parent does not need to inquire from their son, where is your report? By the time the student gets home, the parent is already aware of the performance or some remarks that is taking place.
I think schools out there, head teachers and headmistresses, watching this program definitely should be able to contact you and for the product and find out how they can train their people to use the product, because it's a fully integrated system which is very useful to the parents, to the students, and to the teachers as well. All right, we'll go for our first commercial break. We'll be right back with more from HAPAWeb Solutions. Innovation School of Management and IT. Innovation School of Management and IT specializes in executive short courses and capacity building programs. The school has a vision of churning out top-class professionals. Our tutors are young top professionals with high-level academic and practical experiences. Our courses: executive certificate and training programs in project management, entrepreneurial management, business innovation and communication management. IT courses: WASI Remedial. Locators at Maya Hot near Mama's Kitchen. Innovation School of Management and IT. Innovate, succeed. Welcome back from the break. If you just joined us, I've been interviewing a co-founder of HAPA Solutions in the person of Gideon Brefo, and we've been talking about, what they are up to. In fact, it's a leading IT company. We just spoke of the HAPASys, which is one of the leading school management systems in the country, and how unique the product is. This actually led them to amassing second place at the UT Bank ABL Business Launchpad competition. And we'll be talking more about their products. We also talked about their partnership with Google, and it's an exciting one because there are a lot of profit-making ventures they are making from that partnership. You were also recently notified by WordPress. You were featured, according to their yearly report, they featured you as one of the companies that use, to a large extent, their platform, and also by Code Poet. You are getting a lot of accolades outside. What are you doing that is, making you get recognition from international companies, for that matter?
Yes. The point is that once you are online working, you are seen globally. That's one thing. And the point is that our work has been researching, learning, and then sniffing where there are opportunities and taking advantage of. So usually, one thing that has been a driving force is that perhaps we look at countries that are doing very well. What is it that they are doing that we are not doing here in Ghana?
Okay.
So once we're able to identify certain projects that are being undertaken there, we look at, okay, how can we tailor it to meet the demands in Ghana? Or is there a need that can fill in Ghana? And that is how we've been working with others elsewhere, and perhaps leading to the recognition that we've heard of.
Yeah, you're doing great, and I'm happy with where you've gotten to, especially since you're a very young company. How long have you been in existence, by the way?
Well, HAPA Web, it started with what we call HAPA Rafiki.
Whoa.
That was registered in 2010, and then HAPA Web came out of it in 2012 when it was also registered in April.
Wow, so barely 2 years,
Yes.
and you're already being recognized by these top international companies. So I want us to, back in senior high school, I get these questions a lot from young chaps who want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't know whether they can actually be entrepreneurs, because it's a difficult world out there. A lot of us, or a lot of our parents, are used to office work and blue collar jobs or white collar jobs, and not really initiating things by themselves. So what for you would be the key characteristics or criteria that will make one successful as an entrepreneur? I want to use you as an example.
Okay. I think our tagline speaks of it all.
Driven by pure passion.
Pure passion. If you don't have the passion for it, you eventually let it go. And that's I believe. The point is that the road is very rough. It's never smooth for starters in Ghana. And the fact is that there are many people who might need the service you want to provide, but will not appreciate you. We had a lot of that.
Will not appreciate you for what reason?
Yes. For instance, when we came up with the HAPASys, we're like, okay, how do we get it to the schools? The initial thing was to say, hey, headmaster, you are doing well academically, but let's say now you want to have a global recognition. So we want to take you online. So we are going to develop a free website for you and also give you a free school management software. Most headmasters will ask you, what is it for? We are okay with that.
We'd rather so many years, many hours, on report sheets and report cards.
Yes. I remember one headmaster saying that it will take control out of his hands. Because with the paperwork, you have to submit it to him. He goes through and then he knows what we are doing. But if it becomes a computer thing, he feels that he's also not computer savvy. So when you are doing something,
Yeah.
he won't be able to recognize it. So we had to be persistent. We sometimes have to defy our own personal ego, and
which is also very important. I mean, as an entrepreneur,
yes.
you should sometimes take away your ego.
Yes, otherwise you will not succeed. So that is it. So if you don't have the passion for it and the belief that what you have is beneficial to them, and as such you should try as much as possible to make them realize the need for it, you can make headways.
Those are the key criteria for you,
Yes.
and it's been working for you ever since, right? Okay, great. We go for our second commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up with Gideon Brefo of Hyperweb Solutions. Simbin's Furniture Clearance Sale has started. Buy any 2 rooms and get 1 executive swivel chair for free. Save from 35% to 50% on selected items. For living room top crane leather package, you get 1 to 3 seater, 1 to 2 seater, 1 armchair, 1 center table, 2 coffee tables, 2 table lamps, and 1 free area rack. Bedroom package comes with Sealy Posturepedic mattress, the best in the world. Available are Swarovski crystal chandeliers and beautiful, unique decorative items. For your beautiful furniture with quality, style, and uniqueness, see Simbins first. Contact us 0244 667 790 or 0302 764 175. Welcome back from the break. Driven by pure passion. That's the tagline for the company. That's the tagline for Hyperweb Solutions, and I've been interviewing Gideon Brefo, who is the co-founder of the company. I asked him just a few minutes ago what the key criteria is for somebody who is interested in being an entrepreneur, and he mentioned 2. 1, the person definitely should be driven by passion, and secondly, the person should also believe so much in the product that there's a need for it. I mean, when you believe it so much, probably it will transcend into a genuine need by the people. Yes. So I want to read some testimonials that came through by some of the companies that you have worked with, and one of which definitely is Google, and they said Hyperweb has impressed them with your agility, your tech savviness, and your knowledge of the Google products. You actually said that you took time to go research into the products and find out which ones that you could actually use here in the country, as well as your ability to see the bigger picture. And I think I can also attest to that. It is a smart team that always gives 110%, and that's coming from Fiona Lee, who works with Google. Also, Justice Bramu, the director of Access First Solutions, said we had them, that is your company, build our company website for us, and ever since they've been getting praises all the way. Now he says he can log in from his Google platform, which is great. And the one thing he likes about your company is your flexibility, okay, and attitude towards work. It's superb. And finally, from Gideon Brefo, who is the Takrade branch manager of Expresso Telecom, and he says that yes, if you want a reliable services, think Hyperweb Solutions. Those are some really great recommendations you are getting out there from people who have used your products, clients. I also know that you worked with Talo on their scholarship scheme.
Yes.
And I spoke with Albert about the product, and it was quite ingenious. How did you come by the idea? What it is, for the benefit of those who don't know about the product, who are not privy to what the product is about, can you just let them know what product you built for Talo scholarship scheme? Okay,
so the scholarship scheme, they have a website, and then people had to apply.
Yeah.
We did not build a website, that's the interface, but we are dealing with the database.
Okay.
So all the information that the person will use to apply, we manage it behind, and then we generate the report that will assist Talo and British Council to make a decision. And that's the product we
Yes, and the interesting thing about it, I mean, from what I was told by Albert, is the fact that per the algorithm that you have in the system, you know if somebody will qualify to the next stage or not.
Yes.
I mean, how do you do that? How do you do that?
Well, We first needed to talk to the managers of that scholarship scheme and actually get to know what they wanted to achieve. And we got to know that they wanted it to be a tier kind of thing or progressive kind of thing. So the first thing is for them to go through your qualifications and other things they were requiring from you, and if you don't get it, there's no need for you to move to the second stage and then bother them at all. You are cut off and stuff like that. So we needed to come up with a system that will automatically do that for them without any personal or human effort. So our programmers went into it and they were able to come up with that, said that as soon as you do your entry and then you don't qualify, the system takes you out.
And it gives you a reason why you don't qualify.
It gives you the reason. And then for those who qualify, it automatically pushes them
to the next stage.
To the next stage. And then the next stage also comes with its own qualifications that they will look at, and then some judges also making some comments and grading you and certain things. So as per those grades that are entered, the system will also eject some who do not qualify and give the reasons why they don't qualify.
Finally, I want to find out, a lot of people have ideas, but they are not able to sell their ideas off. I mean, how are you able to sell your ideas to companies like Talo, and all that? How do you get the effrontery in the first place to even go to them, and how are you able to get the deal done?
Yes, one thing is that once you have the idea, if you don't have a sharp focus on your target markets, you can't sell. So once we are able to come up with an idea, we try to streamline which group of companies, individuals, can become our targets. And once we're able to identify them, the next question is, how do we get to them? We ask ourselves, are there people we know who know them? Or has any one of us had any dealings with them that can create a direct contact? We also make good use of the social media platforms, especially LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, yes.
Yes.
A lot of Ghanaians don't know how to use, but it's a very effective platform.
Very. So that's where we create the contact. Because you see, the funny thing we realize is that if you want to sell to a company, and then you just walk in and you don't know anybody there, the front desk person, sometimes even the security man will sack you.
Yes.
They might just take your proposal and drop it somewhere. So we never walk into a company without knowing somebody to contact.
Sure.
So we go through LinkedIn profiles, Facebook profiles to see who is in that company that we know.
Wow.
So we communicate with the person at that level, and then we tell the person, hey, okay, if you are not even the person directly in charge of that, can you link us to that person? And it has worked. In most cases. The person will just book the appointment for you. So when you are going, you are like, I'm coming to see so and so.
And when they ask you, do you have an appointment? You say, yes, I have an appointment.
That's it.
Wow.
And then that has given us the opportunity to get some of these contracts.
Great. And I can see that you're going to get many more contracts. You're going to grow bigger and better. I mean, I'm very much impressed. You guys are sharp and focused. You know what you're about. And as we always do on Business Starters, we want to, project businesses like yours to the world, so the public gets to know what you are doing. Probably you get more contracts from this platform, and also inspire young ones, by your story, so that those who want to have an idea of having a company like yours will also, based on what you've mentioned, also follow, and possibly also have a company that's big and great with good prospects like yours. Thank you very much, Gideon Brefo, co-founder of Harper Web Solutions, for being on our platform today, on our stage today. Thank you so much. All right, so it's been another episode of Business Startups. It's an exciting one, of course. I've been interviewing Gideon Brefo, who is the co-founder of Harper Web Solutions. You can go to their website on www.harperweb.com. That's HAPAWEB.com, and find out more information from them. I would mention again that they won second top entrepreneur at the recently held UT Bank ABL Business Launchpad competition organized by Annapolis Ghana. This has been the Business Startup Show. My name is Abel Ohanyakwe, and as always, be inspired to do.